So what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy aka Travel Man, and I'm here to talk to you about some of the reasons why Nairobi, Kenya is not, I'm not sold on it completely yet. Not saying I don't like it, not saying that it done went down the hill, because Nairobi, Kenya is still one of my top 3 places that I visited in the world that I could live still, and I've just had the best time in the world because Kenya is still that crack, so don't get it twisted, confused, and messed up. But these are some things that after being here for about 6 or more than 6 months, actually, the first 6 months, you're on kind of a high, or at first 3 months, I guess you could say, you're on kind of a high, you know what I'm saying? Because you're in a new place, you're doing all these new things. But as you live in a place, you start seeing some of the things that you like, that you were overlooking before, simply because where you are. I'm here to talk to you about some of the reasons why I'm not completely sold on Kenya. So if you want to listen to that, if you want to hear some more about that, stay tuned. I'm about to drop some knowledge on you, all right? One of the reasons that kind of scare me about Africa in general, honestly, but Nairobi in particular, because so many people are moving here and they're just throwing up these apartment buildings. And the infrastructure of some of these, I think it was like when I was back stateside just a little bit ago, within the last 6 months, I heard that like a couple buildings had collapsed. And I remember before I came over here to Nairobi, it was last year sometime, I remember looking at the buildings and I'm like, this just doesn't look right. Like, it looks scary. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks scary. Like, this could fall at any time. And I was, when I first stayed here, I stayed at this place called Smart Home Apartments. Nice, cool, it was nice, cheap. You gotta watch some people. Yeah, nice, cool, cheap place. It was only like $600 a month or something like that, $500 a month. Wasn't bad, but they had this elevator that just would stop constantly. It would never make it to the top. It would stop at like the 6th floor, and then it'd just be stuck there for however long they wanted it to. I always had a feeling that was gonna crash. I always had a feeling. So like, when I ran into stuff like that, it scared the hell out of me. I ain't got no problem with like the roads having holes in them, and I ain't really got no problem with that. Like out here where we at right now, we're out here by the Westlands. Now, the Westlands, I'm not really a Westlands type person. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I like Kilimani area. I like Kilimani area. I like Kilalacia. I like places around there. The Westlands to me, it's a lot of white folk out here. But I will tell you, it's nice. I'm gonna show you the Westlands. All back there, they gated. Got a lot of houses back there. Houses back here. See, it's beautiful. It's greenery out here. My Airbnb is down there that way. But it's very nice. You can look over these places. So it's a lot of white people out here, right? Now, let's bring me to my next point. The white people out here don't even speak to me at all. They do not speak to me. And not saying in a bad way, they don't say hi, nothing. They just walk past me. Now, this could be only my experience, but it feels something like, it kind of feels like they look at me as they're above me. Like, I don't even feel that way in the States. Now, this could be just me. This can be completely just me. Now, the Mzungus, I guess they call them, white people out here, they do not speak. Okay, I can walk past them and I have to speak to them first. And they'll say like, hey, how you doing? But like, I'll be in a restaurant in the Westlands, or it's a place called Gecko, actually, right? A lot of white people go to Gecko. A lot of white people. They get their own table, they get their own stuff, or they can get in the middle of everything. It's like the Africans have to treat them, or the Kenyans have to treat them like they have some type of status, and they walk around here like they have some type of status, which I can't blame them, because if you go to a place and they treat you like royalty just because of your skin color, and they think that, they got money and this and that, I wouldn't be mad either. I probably would be walking around the same way. I don't know, But I noticed that it feel like them same white people that live in the States would move over here and then just go to, matter of fact, I had met this white boy in the airport. Cool ass white dude. Cool ass dude, man. He gave me his Instagram, and we were supposed to meet up when we got over here. We got over here to Kenya, but then once he got over here, I checked his Instagram out like a couple weeks went by, and I mean, of course, he found his community, which was cool, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't even reach out to me. I reached out to him, he didn't reach back out. He saw my message, but just decided I guess he was with his people, man. They all like work out, they all in the gym. I'm into working out, I'm into the gym, I like to run. I thought it was gonna be like a vibe. This is a nice house. But yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a vibe, but no, he hasn't reached out, and I just was like, okay, it's cool, respect. But I just noticed that, man, the Asian people over here, they speak somewhat, they cool, they seem like they're pretty cool over here. But yeah, I just noticed that about the white folk. And I love white people. It ain't got nothing to do with my best friend, 25 years is white, so it ain't got nothing to do with no racism or anything like that. I just noticed that, a little different. So now this right here brings me to my next point. I'm a little confused, right? I'm a little confused about, so we got people like YouTubers that come over here that promote the dating life, how's dating in Kenya, how's dating in Nairobi, things like that, right? And people go all around the world doing that, which that's their way of, that's their content, cool. I have no problem with that. But the thing that bothers me is, like this guy Austin Holland, that's one of my homies. He's a cool dude, real good guy. Younger dude, but he's a good guy. He promotes Kenya in a positive way. He's been promoting Kenya in the most positive way ever. But when he got over here, they want this guy gone. I mean, they were picketing for this guy to leave Kenya because he was promoting, I guess, showcasing how the dating life was. And when I say it was so many people picketing and still to this day, making YouTubes about him to get out of here, go. But then in the same breath, a Mzungu white guy can come over here, a Russian guy with meta glasses on, and record himself having sex with women. I don't even know if I can say that on there, but records himself having sexual intercourse with women, with African women, Kenyan women, putting it online, selling out, and from what I heard that he gave HIV to some people. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not walking up this big ass hill. Let me show you this hill. It probably don't look as steep from my side, but yeah, we gonna go ahead and turn around. It's some nice houses up to, let me keep walking, man, because it's some nice houses up there. I'm sorry. Back to what I was saying. So he puts on meta glasses and he walks around, or he goes around meeting women, and I mean, he's not even using any game. He's just basically using his skin color, and he wants these women to feel that he's their savior. I didn't hear too much, nothing about that. I mean, I heard one or maybe two people speak out about it, but when I say I didn't see not too many women speaking out about it, it was a lot of women defending themselves, but I didn't see anybody speaking out about why can't he get banned. Now, I heard he got arrested. I don't know if that's true or not, but I didn't hear too much else about it. But when it comes to a black man coming over here, speaking about dating, not doing anything like that, dating, they want him gone though. So I was just a little confused about how that works. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was a little weird. I look at that as a little weird, but what can I do? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that, how a black man can come over here and promote your city or promote your country in the most positive way, but a white guy come over here and does the most disrespectful thing ever. And they're still praised, and it's just that nothing against it. It's just, I see that and it kind of hurts as a black man. That kind of brings me to one of my next points. Well, that doesn't bring me to my next point. This is a completely different point. It's one of the things that I don't like too much. I had a conversation with one of my homeboys at the location about this a while back. We had different viewpoints. One of the things that I don't know how to really adjust to is, like, once you give a tip to the workers, or you go out somewhere and you give a tip, I'm a generous person. I'll give you a tip. But once you give a tip, let's say you go out somewhere and your bill comes out to 7,500 shillings. I don't know how much that is in USD, and I'm not about to sit here and do all that. Let's say it comes out to 7,500 shillings. And you give the person an extra K, okay, extra 1,000 Kenyan shillings. You can't give that person nothing else. After you see them again, if you go back to that spot, you bet not give that person 500 Kenyan shillings next time. It's like they don't speak to you, they don't treat you the same. I go to this place called Oyster Bay all the time. I go to Oyster Bay, I love it. There was a guy there I always used to give tips to, right? Always, because he knew my order. I would text him before I come. He would get me a spot. I love the way he carried himself. He's a cool young guy. He was cool. I guess he told people in Oyster Bay, some of his workers, that like his people, man, dude be giving me good tips. So now, when I go, everybody's asking. I mean, I just walk in the door, the gate guy, hey, make sure you take care of me. What have you done? What do you mean, make sure I take care of you? You walk me to my seat, that's your job. But now I gotta give you a tip, the waiter a tip, the bartender a tip, the hookah person a tip. You know what I'm saying? And now if I don't do that, they don't bring my hookah in time. Or now it's like they don't mess with me like they did before. I don't like that. Because now it feels like I don't have any real friends. And that right there actually does bring me to my next point. Because it feels like here in Nairobi, I would have more American friends than I would have Kenyan friends. And that's a little weird because any other place I went to, I've always had the local. I always met the locals and been cool with them. Now, I can get cool with the locals here, but it seems it's a little harder. They're very cool people. Like, the men are very chill. I love the Kenyan man here. They're very chill people, very good people. But it's harder to kind of connect with them on the outside level. I never can hit them up like, yo, what you doing tonight? I can't do that. I only see them at their place of establishment or just, walking around. Over here, it just seems like I'm gonna have a lot of Black American friends, which I have no problem with. It's okay with, We have a good community over here, real good community over here, which I love, man. They all doing their thing, I love it. But yeah, I would like to have a little bit more interaction with the male culture over here, you know what I'm saying? Because they seem like good people, they really do. But it was 3 of them on that thing. 3. They be hustling, well, I love it. But yeah, so I would love to just get more involved with the male culture over here, man. It seems like some good people. And we're gonna see more about that, that's more to come. I only been over here for a little bit less than a year, so I'm pretty sure that'll come. So I think this is my fourth tip, I think it is, 4th or 5th reason, or con, I guess you can call it. This is a bigger one for me that kind of hit home, kind of hit hard actually. Dating is not what I thought it was. Now I don't know if that's just Nairobi in general, but dating is not, it's not what I thought. I had too many situations where I see a lot of women over here. I don't like prostitution. If you know me, I don't like prostitution. I don't care for prostitution. Nobody has never seen me with a prostitute. I don't do that. Because I have women in my life, that just I can't do that type of stuff. And it's just, I can't really hire a prostitute for love. I'm really looking for love. I really want a wife. And a prostitute is not something that I want. Now, with that being said, I'm not speaking about everyone over here, every woman. No, I'm not. But I have noticed that a lot of women got the prostitution mentality, or they used to be prostitutes, or somehow, some way they've exchanged money for sex. And we all have in some way, shape, or form, but they're doing it intentionally. I was dating this one girl. I ain't gonna say dating, we were talking for a while. And you tell me if I am maybe in the wrong. Maybe I was just overthinking or something like that. And my hands is asking. But it was how she carried it. I told her I don't give money to women that's not my actual girlfriend. If you're not my girlfriend and I don't care if we're talking, but if you're not my actual girlfriend, I'm not about to go and give you money. Now, if we're going on dates and things like that, I'm going to pay for things because that's just who I am. I'm a guy that got manners. I grew up with manners. That's just who I am, okay? We're going out, stuff like that, that is all cool. But when it comes down to you calling me saying, hey, I need blah, 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 and we're not together, that's just not my cup of tea. I don't do that. So we were talking maybe for about 3 months. And within those 3 months, something happened every month. Like she got arrested for she got caught with some narcotics or something like that. She needed some money to get out of jail. So I had to send her, I was in America at the time. And I had to send her brother some money for my M-Pesa. Now, I didn't have any money in my M-Pesa left. I only had I think 10K or something like that left in there. So I was like, okay, I wasn't using it. Go ahead, I sent the money over. She gets out of jail. We keep talking. 2 weeks later, her cell phone gets stolen, okay? She needs, I think she said $500. She needs $500 for her to get a new cell phone. Now, she didn't ask me for the money specifically. Now, at this point, I'm like, okay, all right. Now I'm starting to think, whatever, and she's going off, oh, I really need it, da, da, da. So me, I'm the type of person that always think about, what would you do if I wasn't here? Okay, what would you do if you never met me and this happened? Because it still would have happened. So what would you have done? So somehow she works at her sister's shop. Somehow she gets her sister's cell phone, and then she has her sister's cell phone temporarily until she gets a new one. I said, cool. A week later, what's going on? It was exactly 1 week later, that cell phone gets stolen. And she calls me, oh, I really need money for a cell phone. My cell phone really got stolen. Now my sister's cell phone got stolen, and I don't have any money. At this time, I'm like, you know what? No. So in my head, now this is what I did. I just said, you know what? I'm gonna send her a message. I'm gonna say, hey, everything's gonna be okay. I sent her a message saying everything's gonna be okay. She never responded. That was the last time I heard from her. Never heard from her again. And that really hurt because I was kind of falling for her. We had matched a lot of energy, but I started to see that with a lot of different women when I was over here. Just, if you don't give them the money that they're asking for, that lifestyle that they're asking for, as soon as you date them, they're going to replace you, or they're just going to stop talking to you. Now, there is a part of me that understands that when I date a woman, I feel however she comes in a relationship, I'm going to upgrade you, or I'm going to keep you where you are. If you think you're doing good and you look good and you don't need any help from me financially or anything like that, then I don't need to help, because that's what you're saying. But if you're saying hey, I do want to be a housewife, I do want to have kids. Now, I feel like that's my responsibility to make sure you have all the requirements, everything you need for you to be able to have a kid, healthy kid, for you to be able to maintain your lifestyle. I understand that part, because that's the road that I'm taking on. But here, they want you to get to that right away. They want you to, soon as you start dating and she likes you, it's like, boom, you're already there. You already need to give this girl the money. And if she doesn't, she's allowed to replace you. And I just feel the type of wife that I'm looking for is a little bit different than what I thought over here. You know what I'm saying? So I can see a lot of women were trying to get over on me a little bit, trying to play me a little bit, trying to say this, trying to say that, and it's like, okay, you know what? As soon as I say no, and you see how they act and how they treat you as soon as you say no, or they don't get what they want, they're not there anymore. They're gonna get mad at you and blame you and say you this and you that, and it's like, damn, I didn't know that. Now, that's not all women. That is not all women. That's just the women that I've experienced since I've been over here, okay? I have experienced some beautiful, beautiful young ladies, but we didn't mesh for other reasons. We had other reasons that didn't mesh, like certain lifestyles, where we wanted to live, how we wanted to live, certain things like that. So there's some wonderful, wonderful women over here. That's not saying that you can't come over here and find love or anything like that. But for me right now, I'm gonna slow down on dating over here, big time, because I can see it can kind of mess you up if you're not a smart guy. Because if I wasn't a smart guy and been around, I would have sent her that money. And that's guaranteed. I would have sent her that money. I would have sent her the next money, and I probably would be marrying this chick. And she don't really love me. She just loves the lifestyle. She loves what I can give her. She loves what I can provide for her. Okay, that's just really what she was doing. And she always used to talk about the wedding, and the wedding would cost $20,000 US dollars. And I'm like, what the? So, I'm gonna turn around. It's so beautiful down here. Look at this. How you doing? This is a beautiful street. Like, this is just amazing. Amazing street. Like, there's some houses over here. Like, it's where all the white people live. It's fucking amazing. You wouldn't even think that you're in fucking Africa. You know? It's fucking beautiful, man. So this point right here, oh, that's a nice house. This point right here is mainly, I care for it, but I don't. You know, I love my Black Americans traveling. I swear, black man and black woman, I love it. But I have to say this: once Black Americans, whether it's a man or a woman, find out about the location, like they found out about Nairobi, it's over with. Once we find out about too many Black Americans find, we flooding it. We coming. That's just what it is. Black Americans are the number one spenders in the world. We spend the most. We give right back to the economy. We get the money, we put it right back in. That's why a lot of countries love having us over there, because we're going to spend. We're going to put it right back in the economy. But we also end up messing up the economy after a while, because we are still Black Americans. We can be a little weird. Be a little rude. We have a lot of good Black Americans over here in Nairobi. I love it too, actually. A lot of them people that came over here, we actually had a lot of good Black Americans come over here. A lot of good ones. But we're starting to have an influx of people who are coming over here with the intent that it's just cheap. Like, you just come over here and just live off of $5,000 in your savings account. That's, I don't know where y'all getting that rhetoric or who told y'all that. If you don't have money coming in, if you do not have money coming in each month, I don't care how much money you have in your account, 200,000, 300,000, you are going to go broke, okay? That is going to happen. I see a lot of Black Americans coming over here, then they're making these YouTube channels talking about, oh, Black Americans, we lie, you come over here and it's expensive and I done went broke. You can go broke. Nairobi, Kenya, anywhere can be expensive once you start dealing with the things like alcohol, narcotics, drugs, going out to eat every day, going to the best restaurants because you feel you're in the top 1% now, because you feel you got money. Anywhere can get expensive. So Nairobi especially. Once you start getting into the alcohol world, clubbing, partying, Nairobi, it turns into America. I'm dead serious. It turns into America price-wise because you spend so much. Now, don't get it wrong, you drink more alcohol, you eat better food and all that, but you're still spending so much because you're not realizing that, yeah, okay, a drink might cost, you know, a beer might cost $4. So it's like, oh shit, I can have 5 of those. A shot might only cost $6. Let's get the whole table a shot. You see? And then it turns into something completely different. Now you look at your bank account, it's like, damn, in 1 week, I have spent $2,000 and didn't even realize it. That happens all the time. Once Black Americans find out about a location, we are coming and we about to tear it up. We about to have a good time though. A very good time. It's just, that's just what we do, man. We flood it. We can't keep things private. You gotta put everything online, how cheap it is. And then this brings me to my another point. I didn't want to be associated, and I don't like being associated with the YouTube channels that's coming over here, these passport bros. I don't really care for that. You see a lot of these dudes come over here, and you look at every Black American YouTube channel, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. It's talking about dating, talking about women. That shit gets so old. So old. It's the same exact YouTube channels. YouTube, it's dating here. Let's go out to South America. What's the dating girl do? It's like a lot of Black Americans don't know what it feels like to have sex. You've been having sex for a long time. And it's like, now that you're over here, you're losing your mind on how much sex you can have. You know, and it's just kind of, to me, it's just kind of crazy. And that's what we're doing, but that's just what it is. Now, do you? That's just how I felt about certain things, man. Now, that's not saying I don't love Kenya, because these were just the cons. I have some pros I'm gonna put out. It's gonna be my next video. I'm gonna put out some pros. so y'all can see why I do like Kenya and why I do like Africa in general, the whole Africa. I love it out here. Damn. And that's one of the reasons I like it right there. What's up, Beast? This guy at the front was telling me about it. It's a big house. I should have walked down there. It's a house down here. That's like 7 white people. And I love it because they all got together and they all split that place. It's a big ass house. Why can't black Americans do that? I talk to a lot of black Americans and it's all like, I be like, yo, you trying to get a big ass plot of land, big ass, no. Oh, I got my own thing going on, I got this. That's what we always do. I got my own, everybody want to be a solo person. That's what it always is. But you look at the white people, Indians, Mexicans, they do everything together. I don't understand why we can't do that. But that's just me. So guys, those right there were my reasons for why I'm not completely sold on Nairobi, Kenya yet. But those things can obviously change. I've only been here for less than a year, if that. So those things can obviously change. I am about to now, before I had to leave, I had to go back stateside. I thought I was getting into a relationship, but obviously that didn't work out. And I had some other stuff to do. But yeah, this May 4th, I'm actually free to do whatever I want to do. And I don't know if I want to shoot over to Tanzania or Rwanda. I got some friends over in Rwanda. Or I ain't gonna say friends, some people that been telling me to come over there for a while, so I might shoot over to Rwanda and see how that is. But I definitely need to try different cultures out, different countries around Africa, the continent of Africa, because I can't base everything off of Kenya. I can't even base Kenya off of Nairobi. Right. Anyway, we're gonna get out here, man. We're gonna start traveling a little bit more so we can see some more stuff. But other than that, those are my tips. The next video will be some pros to why I love Kenya and why I love Nairobi. So stick around for that, all right? Y'all be smart, be safe. It's traveling.